I'll go ahead and call the traffic committee meeting to order. Today is Tuesday, January 9th, 2024, and we can go ahead and start with introductions. I'm Brian Cervantes with the Engineering Division.
Good afternoon. My name is Ahmad Ansari. I'm the West Covina City Engineer.
Jana Robbins with the Traffic Division.
Allison Richter with Engineering in West Covina.
Excellent. We'll go ahead and hop into our second item, which was the traffic committee items taken to the previous traffic committee meeting. And the only item that went to the December meeting was the engineering review of Citrus Street and Cameron Avenue. And next, those will go to council for council review. And then hopping on to item 3 will be the new traffic committee items. The first is going to be the traffic review of 236 South Barranca Avenue. So for this one, a resident is requesting to extend existing red curb on the south side of their driveway at 236 South Barranca Avenue. The resident is concerned about a blind spot that is created when cars park up the hill from their home, causing a line of sight issue. The posted speed limit along Barranca is 35 miles per hour, and Barranca is a minor arterial road. This area is single-family residential with urban zoning to the north of the location. There is currently 28 feet of red curb south of the driveway, and there is parking allowed along Barranca. However, there's approximately 190 feet available parking allowed along the east side of South Barranca Avenue. However, there's no parking available north of the driveway at 236 North Barranca Avenue due to existing red curb. As part of this review, we looked at the collisions along the segment of Barranca Avenue near 236 South Barranca Avenue over a 3-year period between 2021 through January of 2021 through December of 2023. And from that review, there was no collisions reported. And on Wednesday, December 27, 2023, a line of sight review was completed at the driveway for 236 South Barranca Avenue. Photos were taken at the driveway, which included a view of existing driveway as well as northbound and southbound view of South Barranca Avenue in the area. It was determined that there is adequate line of sight for vehicles exiting the driveway as long as vehicles do not park where red curb is marked. And based on engineering judgment, the City of West Covina traffic request guidelines and guidelines found in the CAM-UTCD, or California Manual on Uniform Traffic Control Devices, and CVC, or California Vehicle Code, it has been determined that there is sufficient line of sight for vehicles to exit the driveway of 236 South Barranca Avenue, turning right onto South Barranca Avenue, and does not meet criteria for installation of additional red curb. However, this area will be forwarded to West Covina Code Enforcement to ensure vehicles do not park in front of red curb along South Barranca Avenue.
Do we have anyone that wants to speak on this issue?
I don't know what issue we're on.
236 South Barranca?
Branca now.
Okay. Do we have a discussion?
No.
Ahmad, anything? Okay, then we move this one to City Council.
Yes. Any comments? Nope. Okay.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
Okay. Then I'll go ahead and hop on to the next item, which is the traffic review of 1440 Queen Summit Drive. For this, the resident is requesting to add red curb on the curve of the property in front of 1440 South Queen Summit Drive. The resident has made a request to restrict parking at the curb for safety reasons. Along this segment, the speed limit is 25 miles per hour, and Queen Summit Drive is a local road. The zoning for this area is single-family residential with an urban zone to the north of the location. There's no existing red curb, and the street width is 29 feet. We did look at collisions from January of 2021 through December of 2023 and found 0 collisions at the segment during the time span. A field visit was additionally conducted on December 27th of 2023 for the location to review the existing line of sight. And based on engineering judgment, the City of West Covina traffic request guidelines and guidelines found in the CAM UTCD and CVC, it has been determined that this area along South Queen Summit Drive meets the criteria for installation of red curb along the street curb. Vehicles traveling on Queen Summit Drive are heading into a blind curb with not enough room for cars to park and provide a two-way travel lane in a curve. This location qualifies for 50 feet of red curb on both sides of the street, starting at the tree on the west side of the street to the streetlight on the east side of the street. Red curb on the west side of Queen Summit Drive should be opposite the red curb on the east side of the street. Oh, and then that's shown there as well.
Discussion on this one? No discussion? Are we moved to agree and move it to council?
Yes. Thumbs up.
Okay. Is there any residents on this item here? This is 1440 South Queen Street? No? Okay. All right, both of these items will be moved to council for approval. So we do have, where's my, do you want to fill in
Yeah,
a card so we know what you're speaking on? And then this gentleman's first, so we have one resident for Mr. Stephen Dubin.
hello.
Welcome, and
Thank you.
let's hear your,
Yeah,
we're
okay.
kind of familiar with you, but
Yeah.
um,
Sharpie, that won't work. Okay.
go
Yeah,
ahead and let us
well,
know.
like I said, I've been a crossing guard at Merlinda Elementary School in West Covina for about 9 years now. And I noticed the traffic has gotten a lot heavier, but my main concerns right now is the crosswalks. The one going Belinda from north to south, that one is about 50% visible, although it is fading. But the one on Merced going from east to west, it's about 85% faded. It's only like 15%. It, you know, has a little bit, and then there's nothing there, and then just a little bit, and nothing there. So, you know, a lot of times people may not be able to see it, so it does need to be painting, you know.
What was the location?
It's on Belinda Avenue and Merced Avenue.
Belinda and Mercer.
Yeah, that's Merlinda Elementary School.
That worked 10 minutes ago, so.
Was this from your original request? Is it the
This is
same
one-
thing?
yeah,
Because
this
that
is-
one's coming.
Pardon?
It just, when you first brought that one, was the crosswalk in the
Yeah,
recommendations for
well,
that?
you had explained to me that you had like 10 or 11 schools that you were trying to make improvements on, and I don't know what kind of priority the other schools had over Merlinda. I'm not sure
Okay.
how the dynamic works on that, but you said that you would look into it, you know, at some point in time and
Yes.
everything like that. You know,
Well-
my other concern as well was maybe possibly putting a sign up where it says, "Don't park in the crosswalk," because I get traffic going from Belinda into the school, and a lot of times the cars will be stopped because of the school buses going in the driveway, and, you know, just too many people all at once want to get into school, and they have very bad traffic control at the school there. I know they're trying and everything, but the people will park in the crosswalk, and then there may be one or two cars behind them. So I thought maybe signage on both sides, it says, "Do not park in the crosswalk," or whatever the California Penal Code is. Oh, I remember, it's 21970. Okay, so, and I also had requested that, let's see, oh, yeah, a speed monitor, one of those flashing speed monitors to tell you how fast you're going. Because there is a good sign up there, it says, you know, speed limit 25, whether, when children are present. I wish it would say whether or not children are present, because it is a school zone. And we had discussed about the speed bumps, it can't be done because it's, you know, it doesn't qualify as for speed bumps and everything. And then we had also talked about putting a left turn signal on both lights, but you said the cost was very prohibitive, so I just thought maybe we could take little steps by, you know, painting the crosswalk, maybe putting a sign up that says, "Please don't park in the crosswalk or in the intersection," or stop, for that matter. And then one other thing, by the school, there's some small signs about loading and unloading and stuff, and they're very, very faded. One sign you can hardly read, you have to get like right up on it. The paint's faded on the loading and unloading signs and stuff like that, so,
Replaced.
yeah. But I was glad to hear you guys got your grant and everything, so this way we can, you know, make some improvements for the whole city. I think that's great, you know, I really do. So those are my main concerns
Okay.
at this point, Jana. Yeah.
All right, great. I think we did get word that our next group of traffic committee items, there is some funds available.
Right.
So we're gonna be taking that, because council already approved your item that came and
Oh, great.
and some of the rest. It's just, we have to wait for funds to come available to do
Right.
these little things that we
Oh,
we
of course,
do.
yeah, I know it's a
So,
process, yeah.
yeah,
Mhm,
so-
Of course,
We're going to be packaging all of them, and then they'll go to council once they, with the price tag on
Right.
all these, I think it said like 10 or 11
all right,
reports that we had taken. So then
exactly.
council approves at that point where they spend the funds.
Right, yeah, it's just
And
that
so, yeah.
the wheels are turning slowly,
Yeah,
I get it,
know.
yeah.
I'm sorry, yeah. and
That's
then-
okay, though, you
So we
know.
have that process going, and at the same time, as we said, we got the ATP grant, which is the active transportation.
Okay.
So West Covina got $2.6 million.
Right.
It's just, you know, you have to wait for the state to release the money.
Mhm,
So
okay.
in that one, we have like, every school in the city is gonna get some new signage, upgrade crosswalks and all that.
Great. Oh, that'd be
But
wonderful.
the thing is with that, you can't do the improvements before the state says you got the funds. Because
Right.
they won't pay you back.
No, I
So
understand that,
that's,
right, yeah.
so it's kind of one of those balance things. It's like,
Right.
when is it coming? Hopefully soon.
Okay.
And do we expend the funds and then just, we don't get paid back for that?
Right.
Or do we wait? So
Right.
now that it's 2024, we're gonna try to find out, you know, if we get a
Right,
inkling
but-
of when it's coming, you know?
Right, yeah, right now you're at the mercy of the state. I totally get it, so, yeah.
Yeah, but I know,
But at least I made you aware, you know, at
yes,
least you're
and
aware
I
of it
do
and
have the
everything.
list.
Yeah,
Brian will check and go over and see if your original request, if it's not part of the grant or whatever,
Mhm.
then we'll make sure that it's in the package
okay,
of the traffic items that they're going to approve the funding on.
absolutely.
Because we want all these, you know, we're just kicking it too, trying to wait for the funds to get all these improvements around the schools. 'cause
Exactly.
it
I'm just
really
looking
needs
out for
them.
the safety of the kids and everything.
Oh, yeah,
You know, elementary
absolutely.
school kids, kindergarten through sixth grade and everything.
Mhm.
You know, I consider them my children, you know, because, you know, I enjoy the
yeah.
job, and I just want people to be aware, you know, just to not speed up in the school zone, which a lot of people do, and they were like on a mission to beat the red light, which is really, really bad. I had a reckless driver yesterday afternoon, and this guy was weaving in and out, and he cut somebody off, and then he turned
Oh, my
around, made an
goodness.
illegal U-turn, and another guy hit him, and then he made a left turn in front of another guy, and I blew my whistle until my face was red out of me, you know, but that's all I could do.
Well, you know, it will
Yeah.
also, you know, I mean, I know the PD is, you know, split in many different ways, but we try to send a list of the items when residents come in and say, this is the location that someone's
Yeah.
doing, and we have a list for them. So hopefully they can send at least spot enforcement, so we'll let them know that there's
Yeah,
a
well,
real
they do.
issue,
They've
too.
been doing a lot better at it. I noticed about 2 of them this afternoon. I didn't see anything this morning, but I think it'd be better if they came in the morning, because that's where
Okay.
we're allowed to, yeah, but the afternoon as well. I mean, the afternoon is also a problem too, picking them up from school and
What
stuff
time,
like that.
what time is, do they arrive? So I can.
Police usually get there, I'd
Or
say
what time's the
probably
school?
between 7:30 and maybe 7:50. I see
So
them.
that's the good time, because when does school start?
Yeah, school starts at 7:40.
7:40?
Right, and then the lets out at 1:48, and then, except on Wednesday, everything, They let out an hour earlier in the afternoon at 12:48.
On which day?
Wednesday, yeah,
Wednesdays,
it's
is
my
that
early
their
day.
short day? Okay.
Mhm.
Okay, so we can let them know what times, so
Yeah.
hopefully they can do some spot enforcement.
Yeah, if they have the time. I know, I understand the West Covina Police Force is severely short-staffed right now and everything, I mean severely, and, you know, they can only do so much to cover, because West Covina's a huge city, and
Yeah.
they can only, you know, be so many places at any given time, but it's nice to see them when they do get there. I
Yes.
wave to them, and they wave back and everything, so it's cool.
Great. So, yeah, no, we'll send a reminder of
Okay.
just the locations to do a
All
spot
right,
check.
well, thank you, Traffic
All
Committee, very
right, well,
much.
thank
for your
you.
time.
Thank you for being here.
I'm
Yes.
sorry?
Thank you for being here.
Oh,
We
I enjoy these
We
meetings.
appreciate your time too, you know, protecting all of our children
Oh.
going to and from school. It's important, you know?
Oh, absolutely, yeah.
You know, with
yeah.
people driving and they're not aware, they're
Right.
just not paying attention. It's like,
Yeah, I
ooh,
mean, I put
right.
on the post, like the neighborhood posts and stuff, I tell them, gotta remind you again that driving is a privilege, it's not a right. You don't have the right to drive, there's nothing in any constitution, state or federal, that says you have a right to drive, it's a privilege, so you abuse the privilege, take it away.
All right, well, thank you so much. I have
Thank you, Janet.
notes on it, and we will definitely also send that along to PD, and then
Okay.
we'll start finding out as well when any of the grants, and then
Okay,
you should expect to see probably next month that we'll have the next packet of stuff going in,
okay,
of these little,
okay,
little
yeah, we'll
stuff,
see,
okay?
see how far it goes
Yeah,
next month and
yeah.
everything, okay.
all right,
Thank
so,
you.
Jana, I have a comment.
yes,
Are you done?
Oh, I'm finished.
Okay,
Sure,
okay.
sure.
yes,
Jana, I have a
Yes.
comment regarding the item number 2
yes.
on the agenda, traffic committee items taken to the previous traffic committee meeting. Would this be an appropriate time to make a comment?
Yes.
Okay, so the explanation says all items presented, I'm sorry, all items recommended were unanimously approved by the traffic committee. These recommendations will be presented to the city council for final approval and installation. I would like to make a suggestion for revising this.
Absolutely.
Because, you know, the way I personally read it, it's not 100% accurate. And I'm specifically referring to Citrus Cameron intersection. I would recommend that we say all items presented were reviewed by the traffic committee and unanimously recommended that the items be presented to the city council for final review and consideration. Because we really just received the information regarding possibilities of, you know, how we can improve the traffic safety. We didn't approve one way or another.
No.
We just received the facts, and we will present those facts and information to the city council, I believe, in March sometime, you know, for their review and determination.
Absolutely. The problem was we didn't see the error until city was closed, so we couldn't
Yeah.
repost it, so basically, as Ahmad said, and you guys were all there, traffic committee only looked at the data. We did not approve or recommend one way or another. At this point, we're going to package the resident responses at the end of the report. We're gonna look at some more traffic calming potential on Cameron, and that will go to council, and they will make any decision on what they want to do to the best of the community. So we're just giving them the facts, and they will make the decision. And that should be with the additional traffic calming we're looking at, it'll probably be March or April, because you have to have the staff report ready a month before the council meeting. So I know that you have 3 residents on that item, so we can go
I
over.
just wanted to
Yeah.
be proactive,
No, I
because
agree.
the sentence is not
No,
correct.
it was-
Yeah.
No, it was incorrect, and it
Yeah.
looked like that we recommended or approved something. It's not that case for Citrus and Cameron. So at this point, it's, as we stated, the city is closed on Fridays, so it was posted Thursday night. So basically, there was really no changing the text until we could do it here.
Can I ask why we weren't informed of this meeting
What meeting?
right now, where we're
Well,
sitting?
this is our standing meeting, and the item that you're here for is not on the meeting.
It is,
It just says, this is what was last time's meeting. And
Yeah,
then the
the-
new items, we go over new items.
Yeah, the sentence that I just made a correction, it kind of serves as a mini minutes of what happened at the last meeting, and I made the correction, so I guess what Jana is trying to say is that we're not talking about Citrus and Cameron at this meeting. We're just simply saying what happened at the last meeting, so.
and the last meeting is the one where we all attended?
Yes,
That's correct.
correct.
You didn't
Downstairs.
have any others after that?
No.
No. So, like I said, the next time, it'll just go with all of the resident comments that you all filled out. We'll go on the back of that PowerPoint thing. It just had the data, and council will be making the decision.
And will we be informed?
And you will be informed,
Yes.
yes.
In advance, not
Yes.
Oh, of
after the
course.
meeting starts?
Yes.
No, of course not.
It won't be 5 minutes before the council meeting.
No, I found out at 3 o'clock,
Yeah.
and it starts at 3, so.
But I mean, like I said, as Ahmad said, it was our error. We couldn't fix it in time to be posted so everyone had a weekend to look. This meeting is just our regular meeting. We went over 2 red curb items. We always, on our agenda, put what was last time, the items that went forth. And unfortunately, the text is kind of what we are standard put for our other little items that go through. And we should have said it different, you know?
On the last, the meeting we had before, there's things that were not even brought up, such as the alleys behind some of the houses, trying to come out of there. You literally almost get run over for people who are making right turns heading north on Citrus,
Can I
like cars rolling through it.
Can I rudely interrupt?
Sure.
Because Citrus and Cameron is not on
Oh, you don't
agenda
want-
to discuss,
Yeah.
I would prefer that we do not discuss Citrus and Cameron. Otherwise, whatever you say, whatever response we provide, we're really depriving the rest of the community,
Yeah.
in this discussion. So as Jana mentioned, the next time around that you're gonna see the item up for discussion will be at the city council. The city council starts at 7 o'clock, maybe in March or the latest April or sometime thereabouts. And everyone in the community will know, when that will be and when it's gonna be on the agenda. And that would be the appropriate time that you can bring all of those information.
Can I ask who you are, or your position?
I
is?
am in the city engineering, contract city engineering with the city of West Covina.
Okay. And you're a private company that they hire?
Yeah, so am I.
Right.
We're all part of
Oh, okay.
TransTech, which we perform city engineering and traffic engineering for the city. In essence, we're the city.
Okay. And there's no information that was subsequent to the last meeting?
No.
Well, because, it was brought up, there are a couple new accidents you hadn't taken into account. Will they be presented?
As long as they are,
Considers.
We have, yeah, we have the police report,
Mhm.
because if it was just a, unfortunately, this is how police, you heard them. If it's not an injury or people, they don't record them in police reports. So if they don't have a police report, I don't have that information. So we will look at that, and if it's something that,
Well, I'd rather you didn't, but.
oh, you know, so, you know, we probably will update it in that case, but we will put a thing that it was now, you know, 2 more or whatever.
Where do you go to find out where these accidents are at and occur? I
For
mean,
the.
If I wanted to look up, let's say, Barranca and Cameron,
Mhm.
since that's a new light
The
there.
police department?
Well, no, you can look at
It's-
Switters. It's
Mhm.
called
Oh.
Switters, SWITRS. And it's
Switters,
with the
okay.
state. Do you remember
Statewide
what-
integrated traffic.
Records.
Record system.
Yeah, you just
Okay.
go
It's
online,
through
you have to
Highway
make an
Patrol.
account. And then, you type in by city,
Mhm,
and then by year,
mhm.
and then they give you a whole
Every
printout,
collision.
a computer printout of every collision for 2023 or whatever year you ask in the city.
Oh, good.
They don't separate it up, so you'll have a big old thing to sort through, and you can see that from there.
Oh, that'd be interesting.
Yeah, it's a big PDF file, so you can like search up specific streets. So it makes it-
Fatalities and all that, then you can get on that.
It'll,
Yeah.
it'll tell you in there.
It'll say in there, yeah.
I
Jana,
mean, it's not the police report, it's just a very
Yeah.
summary of it.
Mhm.
Jana,
Yes.
one more question. Last traffic committee, we only had one item.
Correct.
Yes.
Yes.
Citrus camera. Okay, so I want to go one step beyond and say, be very specific about citrus camera and traffic safety item. You know, rather than sounding like we had a bunch of items.
Instead of all
You know,
items.
Yes.
Yeah, be very specific. Only one item, which is citrus camera and traffic safety, was on the agenda, discussed. All information presented instead of items. All info presented was reviewed by the committee and unanimously recommended that it goes to city council for final review and consideration. That way we are very specific that there was only one item.
Yep.
And it makes it more clear for the record. Okay.
Yep.
Make sense?
And I believe we have all of your numbers, your emails, so, like I said, we're trying to look at some traffic calming, which was brought up. And then, as soon as we're ready, then we'll get the staff report ready for council.
Okay.
You will see that coming up in January, February, our next of these, that we have the staff report. It's February 6th.
Mm-hmm.
Traffic items will be going to traffic committee, not to traffic,
City
to
council.
council, but it does not include Citrus and Cameron. Because Citrus and Cameron, I expect it would be a public forum, where the other ones are just the red curb and stuff like that. So it may be on consent item. Of course, council has the ability to pull an item and discuss it, but we wanted to have Citrus and Cameron by itself, so it has.
Now, you guys plan these things. Is there any way to make a right turn on a green light less speedy and less dangerous? I'm just asking from the engineering point of view.
Well, you could, there's a bunch of different ways you can look at it. It just depends on how many are going. There's right turn, no right turn on red, there's a variety of things that
I'm
you
more
can
worried
look
about right
at
turns on green.
on green.
Is that a general question or is this citrus
Yeah.
camera?
It's a general question for people who live, have a driveway
Close to the,
close to the.
close to the intersection. You get run over.
Okay.
So is there some method of doing that? I mean, it would have to be, you can say no right turns on green? They wouldn't.
Yeah,
put that.
that's-
Let's just leave it at there are options.
There
But
are
I prefer that
Okay.
we
And you
fairly
guys could
share
come
this
up with some
information.
of those.
We fairly
Okay.
share this information with everybody rather than just Because technically it's not on the agenda today. The citrus
stop
camera
sign.
is not.
Stop
I
sign,
know, I see
stop
number
sign,
two, but-
stop sign will work.
No, citrus camera and discussion is not on this agenda.
Yeah, stop sign will work perfect. We gotta put one up. All right, guys, I'm good. I'm good.
We'll see you at the council meeting.
All right. What, no cookies and coffee this time?
Thank you so much.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Excellent. And if there's no more audience comments on items on the agenda, any committee member comments on items on the agenda? No? Okay, I'll go ahead and adjourn our meeting. Our next meeting will be the second Tuesday in the month of February.
Thank you.
Thank you.